Lust isn't attacking you by accident. You've been targeted. The moment God set you apart, the enemy went to work. This isn't weakness, it's spiritual warfare. You're not just facing temptation, you're facing a strategy. Because the enemy sees what God placed inside of you. And if he can trap you in private, he can silence you in public. These are the 5 brutal reasons why chosen ones face this battle harder than anyone else. And what heaven needs you to understand right now. Reason 1. Spiritual sensitivity makes temptation stronger. The more spiritually aware you are, the more intensely you'll feel temptation. That's not a flaw, that's a target. When God gives you the ability to hear his voice, the enemy doubles his effort to drown it out. Lust isn't just a random urge, like it's noise. It clouds your spirit. It hijacks your clarity. Chosen ones often carry deep discernment. But with that sensitivity comes exposure. Not just to heaven's call, but to hell's attacks. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, that's not proof that you're weak. It's proof that you're awake. And the enemy hates that. Reason 2. Isolation creates hidden battles. Chosen ones often walk alone, not because they want to, but because their path is different. And that isolation, it's dangerous. Without deep spiritual connection or real accountability, lust becomes a silent predator. You start fighting battles in your head that no one knows you're losing. You lead, serve, and smile. But inside, you're suffocating, and the enemy thrives in the dark. What you won't confess, he will use to control you. That's why this battle feels endless, because it's being fought in secret. But God doesn't expose sin to shame you. He exposes it to heal you. Reason 3. High calling attracts greater attacks. The enemy doesn't waste ammo on people going nowhere. If your life feels like a war zone, it's because your calling carries weight. Lust is a custom-designed trap, not to entertain you, but to neutralize you. It's not just about desire, it's about distraction, delay, and ultimately, destruction. The higher the calling, the more precise the attack. You're not just being tempted, you're being targeted to collapse spiritually before you even rise publicly. Because the enemy knows. If you ever break free, others will too. Reason 4. Emotional wounds open. Spiritual doors. Lust doesn't always start with desire, sometimes it starts with pain. Rejection, abandonment, betrayal. The wounds no one sees become the doors the enemy walks through. And lust offers a false comfort, a cheap replacement for real healing. It promises connection, but delivers isolation. It numbs the pain, but deepens the wound. If you're stuck in the cycle, it's not just about self-control, it's about soul healing. Because until you let God treat the root, the enemy will keep feeding the craving. Reason 5. Strong anointing, weak flesh. You can be spiritually gifted and still fall hard. Anointing doesn't cancel your humanity. It just raises the stakes. The stronger your spiritual influence, the more pressure your flesh will feel. That's why discipline isn't optional, it's survival. Without prayer, fasting, and daily renewal, your flesh will lead where your spirit never meant to go. The enemy isn't afraid of your gift. He's afraid of your consistency. Because the moment your character matches your calling, you become unstoppable. And that's exactly what he's trying to prevent. Now you see it. This battle isn't random, it's strategic, it's personal. And if you're chosen, it's guaranteed. But understanding the attack is only the first step. If you don't fight back, you'll keep repeating the cycle. Lust doesn't leave on its own. You have to starve it, replace it, kill it at the root. And the only way to win is to fight in the spirit. Because what you're facing isn't just a temptation. It's a test of whether you'll protect the purpose God placed in you. If you're done hiding, if you're ready to fight back, drop the word warfare in the comments right now. Let the enemy know you're not backing down. And if this hit your spirit, share it with someone else who's been battling in silence. Because silence keeps you stuck, but truth sets you free. And don't forget to subscribe. Because we're just getting started. You weren't called to be perfect. You were called to be prepared.